For years, I thrived in the high-pressure business world, but the workaholic life finally caught up with me. I was 35, very overweight, in chronic pain with severe mobility issues, terrible diet, no exercise. My health was a complete wreck. Then I went to a gentle yoga class and felt truly relaxed. The stress just melted away. I went from a size 18 to a size 8. I stopped getting sick. Pain disappeared. I learned to open my heart and I felt happy for the first time in years. So I said goodbye to the business world and started teaching. Yoga doesn't have to be strenuous. The easiest movements can trigger major release of chronic symptoms, no matter your age.
Healing Yoga. Yoga for real people with real problems.
Hello, I'm Deborah Devine, and that was my story. An unhealthy lifestyle included an unhealthy diet and a negative mind. And those things resulted in a toxic physical state. But then I found gentle yoga. It's the ultimate detox solution. Now, let yoga help you too. New year, new you. And when we detox gently and naturally, we really amplify the benefits of positive change. These yoga tips are your secret weapon to improve circulation, flush out toxins, and feel amazing. Let's begin with a warm-up. Apanasana. Down on the mat, on our backs. Use your arms to help you come down. Knees are bent. Now, we'll inhale the arms back, and then we'll exhale, bring one knee in toward the belly. Then we inhale and let the arms and leg come long, and then we exhale the opposite leg up. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, squeezing the leg in towards the belly. Slow down the breaths and slow down the movements. When we're detoxing, the digestive tract needs to be cleaned out. Apanasana is an excellent way to get the digestive organs operating at optimum capacity. We are moving a lot of energy in the digestive tract right now. These movements are actually stimulating the colon. When we're working with the right leg, we're stimulating the ascending colon, which is moving waste products through. And then when we are working with the left leg, we're working with the descending colon. And this is right before everything makes its final exit. We're taking food and we're assimilating all of the nutrients, and then everything that's left over could be stuck to the sides of the colon. So these movements are wonderful to help stimulate the colon, release and move waste products, and make room for fresh prana. Now, Bhastrika is the breath of fire. It's like a dog panting. So we just begin to work with the belly so that we can get the digestive fires burning a lot more brightly. At the end of the practice, you may feel like you need to wipe yourself off and you haven't even gone anywhere. So let's give this a try. And then when you run out of steam, you just stop, catch your breath, and then go back. And maybe 3 rounds, doing as many rounds as you can, doing as many of these breaths as you can, and just feeling heat building up, feeling some kind of shifts going on deep inside the belly. We're moving a lot of energy here, getting things warmer and warmer, and then we'll release. Let's come down to the mat. And we'll get a bolster set up widthwise on the mat. We're taking our hip right up to the long edge of the bolster. Bottom knee is bent, creating a nice foundation, and the top leg is long. We're going to drape ourselves over the bolster and let the top arm come up and over. Long, slow, smooth in breath, long, slow, smooth, and complete out breath here. Just feel how much more space is being created in the side waist. Then we're going to energize that top leg, press the heel away, and spread the toes. Hug muscle to bone in the whole top leg. Moving the leg out of the hip socket. Moving the ribs away from each other, up in the opposite direction of the hips. Open the armpit. Pull on the top wrist with the bottom arm and resist with the arm against the pulling of the hand. Long, slow, smooth, and complete out breaths, pausing there for just a moment, feeling that wonderful sense of peace and stillness there. Inhaling, letting the breath fill you and expand the lungs, opening the side ribs like the handles on a pail. on the right side, we're dealing with the ascending colon, the liver, the gallbladder. We're getting lots of space in here and moving a lot of lymphatic fluid. Then we let the top arm come down and we use the top hand to help us come up. Use the upper body strength to help you come out of the pose. Then we'll go to the opposite side. Bring the bolster over to the opposite edge. Bottom knee bent, top leg long. Inhale and let yourself be draped over the bolster. Let the arm come up and over. Let's see if we can move the bottom arm back and take the head and the neck and open things up a little bit more at the base of the throat in the fifth chakra, Vishuddha, purification. This is a wonderful way of detoxing the whole abdomen. We're dealing with the descending colon on this side, the stomach, and the spleen, getting lots of fresh prana in here with these movements. Now we're going to come back up again for a prone twist now. Just give yourself a moment before we move into the next pose to feel how wonderful your midsection is right now. We've moved out a lot of negative emotions, we've moved out a lot of toxins, and now we're going to lie down on our back and we're going to keep the bolster on standby. The bolster is going to be supporting the lower legs. Then one leg comes up, the other leg comes up, and then we roll onto the opposite hip. Let the arms come out into a T. Let your gaze go in the opposite direction of your knees. These twists are excellent for wringing out toxins out of the belly. We're also wringing out toxins that are stuck in the low back, in the middle back, in the upper back. Our lymphatic system does not have a pump, so we need to move our bodies in order to move the lymph and carry away waste products from different parts of the body. When we're stuck sitting or when we're not moving very much, these toxins make us feel heavy and dull. These twists are the antidote for that. We're also dealing with emotions when we're in our twists. We feel a lot of emotions in the belly, so we're using the breath to exhale completely and remove all of the negativity. The in-breaths are bringing fresh blood, fresh oxygen, fresh prana, fresh energy into our bodies. Now let's go to the opposite side. One leg comes up, other leg comes up. We let the feet come down. We move the bolster to the opposite side. And then one leg comes up again, opposite leg comes up. We roll over onto the opposite hip, supporting the lower legs and the knees. Let the arms come out into a T and take your gaze into the opposite direction. Twists are essential in a detoxification process. Please continue to enjoy these twists and then journal. Spend a few moments to find out what's coming up for you. This is a wonderfully cathartic experience to be writing these negative emotions down and being done with them. That frees up a lot of space and gives you a sense of lightness deep in the belly. We're coming down for bridge and shoulder stand. Come on to the back. Knees bent. Take the shoulder blades down the back one at a time and feel the shoulder shelf broadening. You can hang on to the edges of the mat with your hands, or you can let your fingers rest on the ground. The heels are out and the toes are in. The feet are just a little bit wider than hip width. Now we've got this inner spiral of the upper leg bones that's going to protect the low back. Press down into the feet, keep the knees and the hips in alignment, and lift the pelvis. Lifting the pubis symphysis and the hip points. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the hamstrings, and squeeze the low back. Long, slow, smooth in-breaths and long, slow, smooth, and complete out-breaths. Energize the legs. Lengthen the front of the hips. And then we're going to come down vertebra by vertebra by vertebra. The bridge pose is a wonderful way to stimulate the fifth chakra. Let's go up one more time. Pressing down into the feet, energizing the legs, keeping the knees and the hips in a line. Do you see how we're creating this wonderful line? Prana and energy is floating down and resting in the base of the throat. If you'd like to draw your shoulder blades under the back and interlace your fingers, that might be a wonderful opportunity to get a little bit deeper stretch through the front of the heart. Bridge is an excellent detoxification pose. We're getting lots of action in the lower body, and we're moving a lot of prana into the upper body. This pooling of prana in the base of the throat is excellent for establishing a faster metabolism. It's excellent for burning off wastes and toxins And it's also wonderful to give us a little bit of peace in our minds. Energizing the legs, knees and hips are in alignment. And then exhaling, vertebra by vertebra, coming down. And then letting one leg come long, let the other leg come long. Take the arms away from the ribs and rest. Reach for the bolster and see if you can place it underneath the knees. Take the shoulder blades down the back one at a time and broaden through the collarbones. Take a long, slow, smooth in-breath, breathing in light and spaciousness everywhere throughout the body and the face and the brain. Exhaling the last remnants of tension, the last remnants of holding. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and stay up to date on all the latest videos. And let me know in the comments section below what other kind of videos you'd like to see.